Hi there, welcome to my channel, Quest for Truth. It's been a while since I made a video, but I really felt compelled to come on here and just talk about my thoughts on the Maui fire. This is, I believe, August 27th that I'm making this video, and I do believe the fire occurred around the 7th or 8th of August, 2023. And there's a lot coming out now, eyewitness testimony, and a lot of information that you may or may not be told on your mainstream news channels. And like always, it's always really important to listen to what you're not being told, okay? Because we are in a spiritual battle. I've said this many times before, and this fire, this to me proves it. It really does. So I made a post recently on Facebook, and I said that it matters. It matters that your governments and your military have access to technology like directed energy weapons and the fact that they can control the weather. And, you know, climate change is giving them the rights and whatever they can do. They can do anything they want, and they are. And a lot of you people might think that I'm nuts, accusing the government right away, but after I'm going to tell you, I think that you may look differently on things. And I'm going to pin as many pieces of information, eyewitness testimony, but what is really going on there in my pinned comments. So check that out after this video, because it's in what the people say. That is, the ones that are living there right now are going to give you the information and the truth, not CNN. First of all, was it climate change? Does climate change exist? Sure, climate change exists. Climate is always changing. Does it cause so-called natural disasters and continuous fires? My guess is it is not. Not with what I know about what the government has for technology. See, there's always a reason. There's always a reason. If many of you don't understand this, Maui is a very beautiful spot that many of these elites, these people that have, these billionaires that have endless amount of money, they have property there. Many of them do. And many believe that this whole fire was orchestrated as a land grab, as the elites wanted the land, and the people didn't want to give up their land. And so now we have this major disaster. So let's look at a few things. First of all, let's look at the devastation of what really occurred, okay? People were burned to death, many, in their cars. And I am sorry if I'm going to cry in this video, because I probably will, and I'm going to try not to. And I believe a lot more were burned than had to be, because, and many are the eyewitness testimony explaining this, that they were barricaded, that they were given information by officials that they were barricading certain funnels, the way out of the fire. Many could have probably escaped, but they had barricades set up. They were funneling people in through one way, which caused backup, and nobody could get anywhere. I know when it first came out, one of the first things my mother had told me is how she had heard that many were in the ocean trying to save themselves from the fire, that they had run into the ocean. to escape it. But those ones that were trapped in their cars, they were burned alive. They were burned alive. Apparently, the school children, many of them were let out of school, and many of them went home to empty houses. The parents weren't home from work, but the children were let go of school early. And so that left a lot of children on their own. There are, right now, there are people saying that there could be up to 2,500 children missing and unaccounted for at the moment. They are having problems identifying bodies because the bodies have turned to ash. They have confirmed some people. They have made identifications, but many they have not. And the real numbers, who knows if you'll even really understand or you'll ever be told the true numbers of how many people were burned alive. Because that's what it was. See, I believe, and many of us that have followed the elite's plan and Agenda 21, Agenda 2030, understand that this is an attack on the citizens of its own government. Let's look at the directed energy weapons for a minute. So if you look at the fire back 2 or 3 years ago in Paradise, California, many people thought that they saw laser beams. And there were a lot of things that were untouched. And the path of the fire was really strange. Well, there's no difference here. There's no difference here. The path of this fire was strange. There was a lot of things that went on that don't add up. Apparently, when the fires first started, the people of Maui, the people of Lahaina, they were trying to, and they were fighting the fire they were trying to get the fires out with water, and it was working. Well, not too long after that, the water was shut off. The water was shut off. There apparently was a big ring around Lahaina that some people have captured the pictures of. A big ring. Glowing ring around, red ring around Lahaina. And so the question is going to be, what was that? I also just listened to a video, and people were saying that just like in testimonies of 9/11, I found this, as soon as I heard this, it really made me think of the eyewitness testimonies of 9/11 when they were in the elevators and trying to escape by foot down the towers, that they heard numerous explosions go off. Well, I just listened to a testimony of someone in Lahaina saying that when they were in their shelter, I think they were sheltering at the Sheraton or something, they were awake, of course, all night, and they could hear numerous explosions continuously all night. Now, they said some people speculated that maybe it was cars blowing up, right? On fire and blowing up. But it sounded like some of them were really perplexed about all of these explosions that happened. You see, you're under attack right now. Whether you want to believe it or not, the governments are attacking their own citizens. And it is Agenda 21, Agenda 2030. They have a plan to take over the world, guys. Now, I'm not going to sit here and give you endless amount of information, because I believe it's in the eyewitness testimonies, and it's in people that have done a lot more research than I have been able to. But I know when something is not right, and I know when something doesn't add up. And this does not add up. Not at all. First thing also that I found really strange when I started listening to this was that, or looking into this, was the fact that, again, and like many times have happened, for some reason, they decided not to. Apparently they have a big tsunami
It must be like a siren that goes off when they're going to experience a tsunami there. And that they deliberately decided not to sound the alarm. Now, it was told to people that the reason was because I guess they didn't think the people had the intelligence to realize that it was fire, not a tsunami, and they were scared that people were going to run right into the fire. So they decided, let's not have any kind of an emergency siren go off here. Let's not. So they didn't. Please look into this for yourself. Please watch what I'm going to pin. Please. There were children that were found hugging their dogs, and they both burned to death. There are many accounts of that, where children were found. The horror that these people went through. You need to care, because you know what? You're next. You are next. Nobody is safe here from these people. They aren't. Please look into it. Please. Don't go by what I'm saying. I'm just someone on YouTube that doesn't understand how evil people could be this evil. But like I've said before, it's a spiritual battle, guys. You need to know what happened there. You need to listen to these people that are there. You don't need to listen to CNN. Because whatever they have done, they use that to mind control you and make you think a certain way. The evidence of what happened to those people, and the eyewitness people that lived there, that lived through it, not on CNN. So if I can say one thing in this video, please find out what really happened. Get yourself prepared, because if the elites want what you have, your land, your property, you live in a tropical paradise, whatever it is, whatever their plan is for it, they will find a way. They will find a way to destroy you, to get it. This is how evil these people are. I'm not going to say any more about it. I'm not going to say any more. Please watch. Do the research for yourself. Find out what these people have gone through. Find out what the people on the ground, the people that are surviving after all of this, that have no homes. Many just have nothing. They have no homes now. The things that they worked for all their life are gone. Probably many of their loved ones are gone. Listen to them. Start listening to people and not corporations. How about that? How about you turn off your big tube with CNN on it and you start listening to the people there on the ground. Not the officials that barricaded people in so they'd burn to death because they were given orders to do so. Not to them. Listen to the people that were burned out. God bless you all. I hope you understand, and you understand what is truly going on here, because climate change is not what they say. They're using this. They're using that as a weapon to destroy us, while blaming us the whole time. God bless you all. See you later.